Sometimes you're behind in life for reasons that were initially out of your control. Sometimes you're behind because of poor decisions you made when you had little life experience. But if you're watching this video right now, then you're self-aware enough to know that if you want to get ahead, even if you started further back than your friends, you need to put in the work. You need to make the changes that will improve your life. That's what you're working toward. You can change your direction, but first you have to understand what you're doing wrong. So here are 15 reasons you're behind in life. Welcome to Alux. First up, you had a harder start than most people. Look, it wouldn't be fair to give these reasons without admitting that some people are just dealt a really difficult hand of cards at the beginning of their lives. Unstable childhoods, financial inequality, unsupportive parents, all of these things are a huge weight that holds people back. But it doesn't mean that because you had a hard start, that the rest of your life is going to be hard too. You might be a little bit slower than everyone else, but as long as you keep moving and pushing forward, you will catch up with them. You can't always use this as a reason to explain every failure. Plenty of people come out of it on the other side. You faced discrimination. Discrimination is a significant barrier in life. If you face discrimination based on your race, gender, sexual orientation, or any other aspect of your identity, it can create formidable obstacles. It might have affected your career opportunities, your education, or your social interactions. And this kind of treatment can not only block opportunities, but also impact your self-esteem and mental health. The constant struggle against discrimination can be exhausting and demotivating, making it feel like you're lagging behind your peers who don't face the same challenges. Thankfully, we live in a time where this kind of behavior is getting called out and there are more avenues and opportunities for everyone. The playing field is getting more level. You had no idea where you were going. How are you meant to progress in life if you've got no idea what progress means to you? Do you want financial stability, a good relationship, a family at a young age? How about to travel, to be free, single, and be able to make your own decisions? When you don't have an idea of what you want, you stay stuck in limbo. This can lead to a sense of stagnation as you see others making progress in their careers or personal lives. You might have jumped between different jobs or fields trying to find something that feels right, only to end up feeling more lost. This lack of direction can be frustrating, especially as time goes by and the pressure to figure it out starts to increase. You took a crappy job and now you feel stuck. The ironic thing about taking a job that doesn't pay well because you're desperate is it makes you feel like you're not worth more than what you're offering. So, you don't leave. You might even think that things will get better, and by the time you realize they won't, well, you're too afraid to look for something else. Over time, you find yourself stuck in a role that doesn't challenge you or align with your aspirations. And the fear of taking a risk and stepping out into the unknown can keep you here for longer than intended. You're surrounded by the wrong people. What kind of people motivate you, Aluxer? The ones who are doing well and encourage you to do well too. The ones who do well but never bring you down. Or people who are content with a different life than the one you envision. We are motivated by different types of people. You don't constantly need to be surrounded by the best of the best. If they motivate you, no matter where they come from, they're the right people. The wrong crowd can keep you in a comfort zone, hindering your growth and progress, while the right circle can propel you forward, offering encouragement and fresh perspectives. You've never learned to be financially literate. Managing money is tricky for most people, and even more so when people around you haven't set a good example. We all want the good things in life, but they cost money, and when you spend beyond your means, it can sometimes feel like the only way to calm the stress is to buy more things. It would be great if our parents had these conversations with us, and if taxes and budgets were a part of our school education. But they're often not, so it's up to you to not only educate yourself, but to be disciplined in putting what you've learned into the real-world practice. Your lack of financial knowledge can lead to poor spending habits, accumulating debt, or not saving enough for the future. You see other people making savvy financial moves, investing, saving, buying property, and it feels like you're playing catch-up. The world of finances can be intimidating, and without the right knowledge, it is easy to get left behind. You initially didn't want to follow the traditional life path, but now you do. Look, it's okay to change your mind. Earlier in life, you might have chosen to walk a different path than your friends. It was a conscious choice driven by a desire for freedom and different experiences. But as some time passed, you found your priorities changing and now you want something different. It might feel like it's too late, but it is not. You still have a wealth of experiences under your belt that will help you to move on to your new path a little bit faster. It takes a big shift in mindset and a lot of action, but you're not starting from square one, you're just hopping over from a different road. You live your life in a daydream. Look, daydreaming isn't all bad, no, but if it's the only place where your goals and ambitions live, well, they're gonna stay there forever. Your daydreams should be your initial vision board. You need to take everything you think about, bring them into the physical world, and then work toward them. But too often, dreamers get lost in their thoughts. It feels great and so realistic, and it doesn't take much work. But when you come off it and you realize you're still in the same place you were before, it demotivates you and makes you lose confidence in yourself. All doers are dreamers too, and there's no reason for you to choose one or the other. Aluxer, be both. You don't take action for the things you want to change. Understanding what needs to change is one thing, but taking action to make those changes is another. The days go by pretty fast, especially when you're working, socializing, and just trying to keep your head above water. There's never going to be a perfect moment to act on what you want, so you have to do it right now, right after you watch this video. The inaction will only lead to feeling stagnated and bogged down. Even if you do just a little bit, you'll feel a sense of accomplishment when you go to bed at night. A small move forward is far, far better than nothing at all. You're lazy. There are different reasons for laziness, but ultimately, if you always turn to them to explain why you're lazy, you're shifting responsibility, my friend. You need responsibility and accountability yourself. You need that honesty because that's what's going to motivate you. It's not about being physically inactive, but also about a lack of motivation to pursue goals or complete tasks. This procrastination and avoidance can lead to missed opportunities and delayed achievements, making it seem like you're lagging behind others who are more driven than you are. You spend too much time working. Ironically, working too hard can also make you feel behind in life. When all your time and energy goes into your job, there's little left over for personal growth, relationships, or having fun. You might excel in your career, but you feel like you're missing out on other aspects of life, creating a sense of imbalance and the notion that you're not keeping up with the peers who have found a more holistic approach to life. You don't like change. If you want to make progress, you're going to have to learn to love change, okay? Or at the very least, act upon something now and deal with your feelings later. Being resistant to change can leave you stuck in old ways while the world moves forward. Whether it's about adopting new technology, embracing new ideas, or changing your lifestyle, this resistance can mean missing out on opportunities for growth and development. As others adapt and grow, your reluctance to change can make you feel as though you're falling behind. You don't communicate well. Poor communication skills can lead to misunderstandings, missed opportunities, and strained relationships both personally and professionally. This can affect your progress in all aspects of life. Being unable to effectively express your thoughts and listen to others can create barriers to moving forward and achieving your goals. And we've actually got some courses on communication in the Alux app for this very reason. It's so important. Good communication opens up all the doors. Bad communication can shut them, for good if you're not careful. You hold on to negativity. Holding on to negativity can massively impact your progress in life. When you're constantly focusing on what's going wrong or the potential for failure, you can't see opportunities or possibilities. You'll doubt your abilities, expect the worst from situations, or be way too critical of yourself and others. This negative outlook stops you from taking risks, trying new things, or believing in your potential. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Expecting the worst can sometimes lead to the worst. And finally, you don't like asking for help or advice. It's funny how some people seem to have no problem in asking for help and handouts to the point of taking advantage of others, while other people just cringe at the thought of asking for help. The idea that you have to ask someone for help with a job or with your family at home is a major ego bruiser, but it also means you're missing out on potential opportunities. The value of asking for help and having it work in your favor is far greater than the feeling of a little bit of embarrassment. By not seeking help, you might find yourself stuck in the same patterns, unable to move forward or see solutions that others might easily point out. And there you have it, Alux, 15 reasons why you're behind in life. They're hard truths, but you gotta face them at some point. Now we're asking for all-out honesty here. What have we missed? What's kept you behind in life? Share your wisdom with us in the comments. We love hearing from you, and you also enrich the community every time you share. Until next time, my friend, take care.